just off the back of all of that success, you got to move to Man City, who, you know, they're dominating in England, and we're at that point. You get a move there. It was quite a high-profile move. How was all that, and how did you deal with kind of, I suppose, the traction of everything that kind of came with that?
Yeah, I mean, the transition was pretty smooth, considering that, you know, Manchester City and Ashfield College both worked together to allow me to finish my leaving certificate. So I moved over to Manchester in the January. But I was coming home once a week, you know, to go to school, as well as having tutors over there. So the fact I was coming home once a week to see my family and going to school and see my friends allowed me to feel a lot more comfortable, and I didn't really get that homesick feeling.
Great, yeah, because you're kind of back and forth, and you get to see your mates. That's good. I think that's important as well. And the fact that the club recognised that, you know, because you were still at that stage. I think you were 16, maybe 17 at that point.
Yeah, I was 16 when I went over first, and then I turned 17 in the February.
Yeah, I know you were playing in. It was the UEFA. What's it called?
The Youth League.
The UEFA Youth League, and you came up against, I think it was Troy at some stage, did you?
I think I came up against Troy in the actual league, yeah, when we played against Tottenham. We played in their new stadium, so that was a really good game.
So at that point you were kind of breaking into the 18s, and I remember, it might have been that summer, you were taken away on the pre-season tour. What was that like? Because, you know, you see all these players, the Premier League winners. You've got DeBruyne, you've got Aguero, you've got Ederson as well, who's arguably the best keeper in the world alongside Alisson. You know, whatever way you want to look at it, people have their own, you know, ideas and stuff like that. And these players who are unbelievable, Vincent Kompany as well, who's amazing as well, or was amazing. So what was it like going away and like seeing everything, like from how they conduct themselves right up to what they're like in the dressing room, and, you know, how they conduct themselves on the pitch as well? What was that experience like? And I suppose Pep as well. Yeah,
so it was a really good opportunity for me to go away on pre-season tour with them. Ederson wasn't there. I think he had some extra holidays because he'd been on international duty, I think. But Claudio Bravo was there, and he was really good with me. You know, he helped me to settle. Was always giving me loads of advice, and obviously the goalkeeper coach Xavi as well played a massive part in my development ever since I've been at City.
You speak a lot about him.
Yeah, he's really good. Yeah, between himself and Jose, they've probably had the most influence on my career up to date.
I just remember you speaking about him at press conference and just saying he even when you were on loan at clubs, he'd still be talking to you about different things and video analysis and stuff like that.
Yeah. When I was at Rochdale and Portsmouth, I mean, when I went to Rochdale at first, the plan was that I would play with them, but I'd go in and train with Xavi once or twice a week, and obviously due to the COVID restrictions, that wasn't possible anymore. But I was still speaking to him on the phone every week, going through the games and, you know, talking about how training was going for me, and for him to give so much of his time to me was really important to me.
Just on the lads there that I mentioned, but how were they around that, and how were they towards you?
Yeah, they were really good. You know, it was difficult going in at first. I struggled for the first few weeks.
Just overawed.
Yeah, not even just the speed of the game and the tempo. You know, the level of the training sessions was brilliant. And obviously, as a young goalkeeper coming in, you're just getting hammered. So, you know, it took me a few weeks to get up to speed. But when I did, you know, I started to feel a lot more comfortable, and, you know, I saw myself develop so quickly playing at their level. And it really just gave me an insight on what you have to do to be at their level. Obviously, you see some of the players you mentioned, like DeBruyne, Silva.
David Silva as well.
Yeah, exactly.
I forgot him. I think he's amazing.
Yeah, just to see the level of them in training was brilliant.